Welcome to What's Happening in Harm Reduction, news and information affecting public health. Here's former police chief Mark Spahn.
If a drug user is looking for help to kick their habit, the police station is one of the last places they would choose to go. But in Gloucester, Massachusetts, police have a rather unique amnesty program. It's a program that's getting a lot of attention.
I think historically that the police have been attacking the supply side for years and years, and I think we're very good at that, but the results have been less than optimal. I think that we've seen an increase in drug use, an increase in addiction, and we decided here in Gloucester to listen collectively to the voice of the community, which did not want us to arrest the end user of the illicit drug, the addicted person, but instead wanted us to see what we could do to help. So we began the Gloucester Initiative on June 1st. It's meant that if you're an addicted person, if you come to the police department with or without drugs or paraphernalia, we refuse to arrest you. Instead, we will pair you with a volunteer from the community who we're calling an angel. That volunteer will stay with you, talk to you, hold your hand, while we facilitate treatment into a nearby center that takes these type of individuals.
Police officers routinely encounter persons with addiction, and the cycle of arrests, court appearances, and sometimes jail doesn't necessarily address the root causes of addiction. This frustration is shared not only by the drug user, but their family, prosecutors, and the cops.
It's fatiguing to see the same people over and over again, to arrest somebody, to throw them in jail, to see them 5 days later doing the same thing. And we really don't do a service to the community either with that type of activity. So we see it as not only a Gloucester problem or a Massachusetts problem, but a problem that needs to be addressed differently on a national scale. And I think that I can tell you one of the most satisfying moments was calling up a treatment center and saying, hey, do you have a male detox bed available? And they said, this is Gloucester Police, right? And we said, yes. And they said, well, does it matter if we have one or not? So we thought that was a great thing. And we said no, because we're just going to keep calling. And they said, yep, we have one, and send them down. So that was pretty gratifying. The thank you letters are very gratifying and humbling in a different way. I think there's differences with every state, and availability of treatment different in every state. And before June 1st, at least for us, the cry had always been, there's no beds, there's no beds. And as of today, we've placed about 190 people into treatment without any wait time for a bed. So it begs the question that if a law enforcement entity in Northeast Massachusetts can find a bed for everyone, what's the barrier? What's happening with the healthcare system that they can't? Is it as simple as that we're open 24/7 and we don't stop calling until we find a bed? Or is there something else going on that doesn't happen when we call?
You can learn more about what's happening in Gloucester and in other jurisdictions by visiting the Police-Assisted Addiction and Recovery Initiative website at perryusa.org. And check out our other video and audio podcasts in the iTunes Store, on YouTube, and at spawngroup.com. I'm Mark Spahn, and this has been What's Happening in Harm Reduction.
Thanks for joining us for What's Happening in Harm Reduction.